that calculates what that carbon footprint will be and then allocates, to high quality conservation projects. So maybe chat a little bit about why that was important to you. And I can also chime in a bit on some common misconceptions.
To be mindful of the environment and in our impact in everyday life. In my own life, like I mostly collect vintage. I have vintage furniture, vintage clothes. Obviously everybody does with their own life with their diet and whatever, but I primarily eat vegetarian or vegan meals, worst case pescatarian. I don't own a car. I don't drive. So I like to keep things pretty chill in that regard. And I think, it was definitely scary entering this space because, I do care. And I also want to make sure that anything that I do is going to be environmentally conscious, or just in general, in my own life, just conscious regarding everything. I'm very careful and thoughtful when it comes to this stuff. So I'm really excited to be partnering with Ariel in that way because I think it's important for artists, if they are entering this space, to just do research and to make sure that you're, like I said, being careful and, working with people who know what they're doing and can help you, release things in a carbon neutral way. So yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, it's interesting too, because there's been a lot of headlines about NFTs and the environment. And, I do want to clear up a couple of misconceptions about it, because, one thing that a lot of people kind of see is that, like creating an NFT is equivalent to like this amount of, of a carbon footprint. What's actually interesting is that a lot of them kind of misunderstand how Ethereum works. The Ethereum blockchain is actually going to have the same carbon footprint, whether NFTs existed or not. It's not like creating an NFT actually adds to that.
Right.
It's a static thing. And it's also important to kind of zoom out because, the Ethereum blockchain in its entirety only makes up 0.02% of our entire carbon footprint. And to put that in context, like agriculture is like 13%, you know what I mean? And like all these different bigger sectors. So just to put it in context, the entire Ethereum blockchain, so all the NFTs that are ever being made, really only has about the same carbon footprint as one tech company, like it's pretty much equivalent to like YouTube,
That's
so it's
definitely
just important to, keep that perspective, right?
Zooming out is definitely very crucial for sure. Yeah.
But I think, look, even though it's a small percentage of the pie, very tiny, it's still a percentage. And so I think like that's why it's important, to always, even if every little bit helps, to be able to do that offset. And so I'm glad to see you working with Ariel on that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very excited about it.
Awesome. Well,